Have you ever wished for a world where distance, time, and limitations simply disappear? Where technology doesn't just help us, but redefines what it means to be human. Throughout history, inventions like the wheel, electricity, and the internet have changed the course of civilization forever. But what if the most important inventions of all are still ahead of us? Today, we're diving into the inventions that don't exist yet, but could transform our future in ways we can barely imagine. What if you could step into a machine and instantly appear anywhere on Earth, or even on another planet? Teleportation has been the dream of science fiction fans for generations. Imagine a world with no airplanes, no traffic jams, no wasted time commuting. Families split by continents could be together in seconds. Trade and travel would become effortless. Of course, the physics behind teleportation is daunting. Scientists have already succeeded in quantum teleportation, transmitting the state of particles across distances using entanglement. But teleporting a human being, with trillions of atoms, is a challenge that might take centuries. Still, if humanity ever cracks this code, borders, distances, and even the concept of geography could vanish overnight. Now imagine a battery so powerful, so efficient, that it could store endless amounts of clean energy. Energy is the foundation of modern life, and our biggest limitation. Solar panels and wind turbines give us renewable power, but storing that energy has always been the problem. Current batteries degrade, lose capacity, and rely on rare materials like lithium. A true universal battery would change everything. Electric cars could travel for months without recharging. Cities could run on renewable energy 24/7, without depending on fossil fuels. Developing countries could leapfrog into an age of cheap, abundant electricity. And the fight against climate change might finally tilt in our favor. Some researchers are exploring solid-state batteries, supercapacitors, even biological energy cells. If one of these breakthroughs works, we could unlock an era of unlimited energy for everyone. What if aging was no longer inevitable? Since the dawn of humanity, people have searched for the fountain of youth. Today, science is closer than ever. We've discovered genes that control aging, molecules that repair DNA, and even animals that can live for centuries. But imagine a medicine, a simple pill, that stops aging, or even reverses it. The implications would be staggering. Diseases like Alzheimer's and cancer might vanish. Human lifespans could double, or even triple. But with longer lives come difficult questions. Would society collapse under the weight of billions of people who never die? Would only the rich have access to eternal youth? Or would humanity evolve into something beyond recognition? The cure for aging may be both our greatest blessing and our greatest curse. But the inventions we need aren't just about survival. They're about possibility. What if we created a universal language translator, not the apps we have today, but something built into our brains? A device that instantly lets you understand and speak any language in the world. Wars caused by misunderstanding might fade. Cultures could connect without barriers. The wisdom of every civilization could flow freely, uniting humanity like never before. And what about artificial food synthesizers? Machines that create healthy, delicious meals out of basic molecules. Hunger would disappear. Farming as we know it might end, replaced by sustainable, limitless food production. Another invention we desperately need is a planetary defense system. Earth is fragile, and the universe is violent. Asteroids, solar flares, and cosmic threats have shaped history, sometimes wiping out entire species. We already know that a large asteroid impact could devastate life on Earth. So why don't we already have a reliable system to detect and destroy them? Future technologies might give us giant lasers, deflection satellites, or swarms of drones that push asteroids off course. It sounds like science fiction, but it could be the difference between survival and extinction. And then there are inventions that sound almost magical, like a device that can read and project thoughts. Neural interfaces are already in development, allowing people to control computers with their minds. But what if you could communicate telepathically, sharing emotions, memories, or dreams? It would revolutionize relationships, art, education, and maybe even democracy itself. But there's a darker side. Who controls the privacy of your mind? Could governments or corporations read your thoughts? The ethics of such a device might be even more important than the technology itself. Another dream is instant planetary travel. Not just teleportation, but ships capable of reaching Mars in days, or even venturing beyond our solar system. Imagine fusion-powered spacecraft, antimatter engines, or warp drives bending space itself. If these inventions become real, the stars will no longer be out of reach. Humanity could truly become a spacefaring species. But sometimes, the inventions we need most aren't about going farther or living longer, they're about fixing what we've already broken. A global climate repair machine. A system that could capture carbon, rebuild ecosystems, and heal the Earth. Without it, the inventions of the future might never matter, because our planet may not survive long enough. Imagine giant machines pulling CO2 from the atmosphere, restoring balance to the climate. Oceans purified, forests regrown, deserts blooming again. It may sound utopian, but many scientists believe large-scale geoengineering could be the last tool we have to save ourselves. At the core of all these visions lies a single truth: the inventions that don't exist yet could be our salvation. Or our downfall. Teleportation could unite us, or fragment us. Universal batteries could bring abundance, or new wars over technology. The cure for aging could create a golden age, or a nightmare of inequality. The future will depend not only on what we invent, but how wisely we choose to use it. So the question isn't just what inventions humanity still needs. The question is, are we ready for the consequences? Because the greatest invention of all might not be a machine, or a pill, or a spaceship. It might be wisdom. The wisdom to use our creations for good, to build a future worth living in, and to ensure that technology serves humanity, not the other way around. And if we can invent that kind of wisdom, then maybe, just maybe, we'll truly be ready for the future.